Hey friends, Fun Buns here. It's Gatsby Chapter 5, and I promised you some extra time today to get some work done, so we're going to make it super duper quick. Like the quickest of quickness that we can possibly make it. That's what we're going for today. That's what we're trying to do. Okay, so super quick. Chapters 1 through 4. We've met Gatsby. We've met Tom. We've met Daisy. Tom and Daisy, their relationship, not that great. At least not by my standards. Not a relationship I think I'd want. But, there we go. They have that going on. And then Tom's having an affair with Myrtle, and Daisy probably knows about it. That's what I think. Daisy probably knows about it. She might not know who, but she knows that Tom's having an affair. We find out he's been having lots of affairs ever since they got married. He's been having affairs, had an affair on their honeymoon, and everyone found out about that one too, so that's a thing. Yep. And then we find that Gatsby is really interested in Daisy. They dated once before he went off to war, before he had any money. Well, we don't know that yet, but I know that, and I'm going to tell you that. It was before he had any money. That's the reason why he didn't come right back from war, because he wanted to go and make some money so he could support Daisy, because he knew that she was a gold digger. Because he knew that he wanted to provide for her as best he could and, treat her right, and he needed money for that. We'll go with that version. Yeah, we'll go with that version. So then he asks Nick, he says, "Hey, Nick, I throw all these parties and stuff because I'm trying to meet your cousin. Now I know you, and I know you're her cousin, so could maybe we set this whole meeting the cousin thing up? Think that's a good idea? I think we should try that." Nick thinks about it for a minute. He's like, do I want to be a part of this? Do I want to try to introduce my cousin to this guy? And, it might cause some problems with her and her marriage because, that's a thing. But also, Nick is also kind of complicit. That means he was sort of in on it when it was Tom having an affair because he didn't say anything then. Eventually, he decides, you know what, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to set up this meeting. So he calls up Daisy, and he's like, "Hey, I want you to come over to tea. Come over to tea at my house. Don't bring Tom, okay?" And Daisy's like, "Sure. Yeah, we'll do that tomorrow." And he lets Gatsby know. Gatsby's super nervous. He's like, "I'm not sure about this now." Like, all of his hopes for 5 years have been leading up to this moment. And he's really nervous about it now because, he wants everything to be perfect. So he pays for someone to come and fix Nick's lawn. And he wants this first impression to be, good. He spent all his time going around his house the night before when Nick was out with Jordan, making sure everything's clean and putting the right spots. And he's going to do that. So Daisy comes over. They meet again. They re-meet, I guess. They get reacquainted. It's super awkward. Gatsby almost backs out just because he's like, "I can't do this. I can't do this old sport." And so he surprises Daisy. He does finally show up. He breaks Nick's clock because he's being all awkward and stuff. There's some symbolism there about Gatsby trying to turn back time because that's really what he's doing. He's trying to recreate a relationship he lost or, that ended 5 years ago. He's trying to recreate that now. And, they're not the same people anymore. People change. So we got to wait and see if he's going to see Daisy for who she is or who she was. And whether Daisy even wants to do, the whole relationship restart thing. Not sure yet. But they meet, they chat, super awkward at first, and then things kind of loosen up. People get used to being around each other and stuff. And they go over to Gatsby's house, and Nick is kind of tagging along, third wheel style. And Gatsby gives them the grand tour, the whole tour of the house. They go from room to room. They see all the things. They see all the cool stuff he has, all of the luxuries, like his gold-plated toothpaste toothbrush. That would be hard for the mouth. Gold-plated toothpaste would not probably do the job it needed to do. But he has a gold-plated toothbrush and, his shaving equipment and all that is all gold-plated. And he's got all these beautiful silks and shirts and all this stuff. And some guy in England just picks them out and sends them to him, and he pays him for that. And and all of this stuff. And Daisy is super excited and also impressed by all the things that Gatsby has. And she does have a little bit of a breakdown halfway through. And I think that's because she married Tom because Tom let her have a lifestyle of rich and wealth, but Tom doesn't really give her the same love that she felt with Gatsby when they were together when they were younger. And now she's kind of wondering, maybe could she have had both? Like, Gatsby is also rich now, and Gatsby also loved her in a different way, at least, than Tom. So she's kind of sitting back looking around going, hey, maybe I could have had love and comfort. Maybe I didn't do the right thing. I'm not sure. So she has this moment, and eventually she says, oh, well, thanks for having me over this afternoon. It's been great, and I'm going to have to go home now. And they leave, and Gatsby is like, oh, man, that was awesome, right? Because I got to re-meet her, and she thought I was cool, and everything went well. So that's where we leave off in Chapter 5. They've met, they've re-met, they've kind of had this time when they were reacquainting, and Gatsby's showing off his house and all that stuff. And it started off super awkward, but then it got better. And now, moving forward, we'll have to see what happens in this. If it's gonna be a new relationship or what's going on. I got a question for you guys. I'm gonna have you write about this a little bit today. Do you think it's okay for Daisy and Tom to be having the affairs that they have? Maybe it's like part of their arrangement or something. I don't know. What do you think? If they married for money, is it okay for them to not seek that kind of love from each other? What's your opinion? I want to hear your opinion. So, we'll do a paragraph on that, quick write style. All right. Other than that, you have other work to do. Get yourself caught up. We've got a lot of assignments from last week, and I don't want anybody to fail because I love you guys, but, I don't want to see you again next year, okay? I'll see you in the halls as you're like, hey, I'm going to graduate. I don't want to see you in class again because what am I going to teach you? You heard it all before, right? All right. Have fun. Okay. As always, fun bun, over and out.